Alright, so I've already got some makeup on, and some of you may recognize this. If you'd like to see a tutorial on it, I will link it down below. As for this tutorial, the first way I'm going to be going about this is with a product by Mehron, which is a 3D gel, and it's simple enough to use. Just stick it into a separate container of hot water and let the contents of it melt. This should only take about a minute or so at most, and once it's all liquefied, just start pouring it onto your face. This method is definitely a lot easier to work with, however the drying time is quite a bit longer. I actually left it on my face for about 30 minutes and it was still not fully set, and I could definitely not paint on it. But the drips are a lot easier to achieve than with our secondary method, which I'm going to get into right now, which is the method of using SFX Gelatine. This batch of which I use some foundation with it to obviously suit my skin better. And the pros to this are that you can make a more melted plastic looking appearance and actually paint it after it's set, which doesn't take long at all. However, this brings me to my cons, which are that it sets very, very fast. Considering you should never put this on your face right after you've heated it up, or you could easily get an actual burn. So the time between when you can actually use it and the time it sets is very, very limited. It also is slightly harder to manipulate, seeing as how it mostly comes out as a hard to work with blob and less of a easily manipulative substance. You can more easily match it to your specific skin tone though in the melting process, but because it's such a blobby mess, you'll have to work with it to actually make it diffuse into your skin. And once it's set, you'll have to reheat it and reheat it until you've got your desired effect, which I found to be an annoyance. But combining the two definitely made for an interesting effect. The gelatin mixture was quite a bit cheaper as well, and the Mehron product I had to buy from a special effects store, which isn't possible for a lot of people. You can definitely buy it online as well, or get it from pop-up Halloween stores, some of them. Now that we've got our melted looking base effect, let's move on to the paint job. I briefly mentioned earlier I came in with 2 liquid lipsticks, trying to determine which one to use between Dull Parts and Flamboyant. I went with Flamboyant as it was more of a Barbie color in my opinion, though Dull Parts has a more accurate and fitting name. Also, if you have Dream House by Jeffree, you'd be golden for this step. I applied it as regular, then using a makeup brush I carried it down to give the obvious appearance of the beauty portion casually dripping off my face. Then with a black water activated paint, I added black to some areas as if, you guessed it, my eye makeup was also melting down my face. It was a hot day, okay? Giving myself even more of a Barbie feel, I'm taking a strip of black string and measuring it around my elbow and cutting it to that measurement. This is going to act as the fake joint connectors to my Barbie doll. Tying those and you're perfect, just like Barbie. Pre-fire. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!